The three officers in here. Here we go. Two officers. Blah, 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 blah.
Good, how are you?
The three uniformed Rapid City officers were Kyle Kumjian,
Yep.
Kyle Elder,
Okay.
Braden Gilbert.
Yep.
Because that's the only information they would release. And I don't know which of those two out of three brought me to the ground or tackled me on the ground. So keep in mind, there is two that definitely took me to the ground, or one that jumped on afterwards, and a third that, if you don't have a report, failed to report it. That's a use of force incident.
Okay.
How did it not make your desk is beyond question.
Have you reported this to anybody at the PD besides?
Listen.
No, I don't. Yeah, I get it.
I went to the
it.
PD and was immediately attacked.
Okay.
I went to the PD with the perjury.
Yeah.
And guess what happened? They charged me with perjury the very next day.
Okay.
Tell me that's not retaliation.
Doesn't sound great.
Right. Especially when they had to lie to make it up.
Yeah.
They changed the official court record they presented to the grand jury to do it.
Right.
Like if I said, hey, I talked with Chief Hendricks today.
Yeah.
But instead of you having this cordial conversation, I say in court, well, he called me a piece of shit and said, you deserve it. They didn't go that far, but what they did is rearrange the conversation in a manner that made it a lie. Which they had official court transcripts. Let's say like this paper right here.
Yeah.
Please take notice of the defendant's motion to compel. Instead they said, well, did you give us a notice? And my answer was, I gave you a notice to compel.
Okay.
They said, well, no, he just said yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
They changed what I said.
Yeah.
They changed the whole idea of the questioning. Because they were asked race-based questioning. And I said, no, I didn't do anything based on race.
Yeah.
And instead they said, I lied to a different question altogether.
Okay. See.
And that was Detective Nelson. And I can prove, this is the worst part. I've got dirt that RCPD has conspired illegally withholding evidence and witnesses to the state's attorney's office.
Yeah. Well, that's
So
a big deal.
when Jeannie sent this out,
Yeah.
guess who she copied on it? The state's attorney and the city attorney, saying, I'm not honoring this, and I'm telling that to the state's attorney and the city attorney.
Was that a judge or who?
She was a judge's order.
Who's? Oh, Jenny.
Jenny, when she replied to the subpoena, saying basically we're going to ignore it, copied the state's attorney and the city attorney that they weren't going to do it.
Okay.
That's conspiracy to violate court orders.
Yeah.
Because the state's attorney should have went and went, whoa, 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 don't do that.
Right.
And nobody did. Or if they did, they didn't send it to me.
Okay. So, where do we go from here, James? This is a lot.
I have more than what I've told you. My life's been threatened twice. Somebody sent my entire subdivision a notice saying I need to be silenced.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I've been reporting corruption.
Okay.
This stuff with Allender goes to the top. Guess who appointed Allender? Jack Lee. And Gnome's involved too, because this all started when I reported the theft of my business plan, and the city and the county ignored it. I took it to the state.
How long ago was that?
During the pandemic, when they said, bring us your business plans, blah, blah, blah. So when I brought my business plan, the state stole it. They actually handed it over to Jim Skull and Game Fish and Parks. They violated the laws. I can prove and show you it was a criminal act.
Okay.
And they have full admission on documents that they admitted doing it. We got this plan and we sent it to Jim Skull per Game Fish and Park meeting minutes.
Yeah.
Which means, here in Rapid, they committed that crime.
Right.
I couldn't get anybody to prosecute until I called Brownsburg. Lo and behold, Brownsburg's also investigating Gnome for the plane incident.
Okay.
I had evidence in that.
Yeah.
Guess what happened? Brownsburg gets impeached. Vargo gets put up there.
Yep.
Not only cancels the investigation, but fires the deputy attorney general's investigating.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's in the press, so you don't have to believe my flapping
No, no,
gums. I got it
I
all in
didn't know
writing.
that is all. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So the investigation dies, and they start on retaliating against me. Noam's got political aspirations to be the head law enforcement officer in this country.
Yeah.
And how do you think it's going to look
Yeah.
when she retaliated against a citizen for reporting her criminal abuse? Because it's a $140 million business plan.
Yeah.
This isn't chump change.
This is a lot.
And I got a chain of evidence and documents to back up what I'm saying. I don't blow shit. I don't mess around. I've got dirty cops. I got body cams from these incidents still, where I was charged in a crime, where one officer fabricated her testimony and evidence, and then admitted it. How do you justify an officer on the stand saying, "Hey, it's not a lie if the other person doesn't know that's telling the truth"?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, I can bring you the transcripts where a former officer said that about her testimony.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's.
And then the other cop on the scene's like, well, guess what? It was up to her because she was first on the scene, knowing she had lied and changed her story to him more than once.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm still being prosecuted.
Right now?
Yeah, which is why this is going on.
Okay.
The judge had evidence to show the city was hiding evidence of my innocence and their retaliation.
So, is the what you're being prosecuted for? Is it the perjury, or is it something other?
No, the perjury that I informed the city. I went to an officer, a sergeant. I have his video of it.
Is that Hunt?
No, that's a different one.
Okay.
And that immediately after reporting the prosecutor and officer's perjury and calendars, the very next day they charged me with perjury.
Okay.
You can't make up that timeline.
Yeah.
In the earlier timeline, they threatened me with perjury to take a plea deal in a case I wasn't guilty.
Okay.
And then that's how that unemployment claim started.
Okay.
Because, you know what? I didn't know this. Filing an unemployment claim falsely is perjury. But it was immediately flagged.
Okay.